We back? It's because the internet tubes froze up or something. I'm back live. Oh, my connection seems to be dropping these live streams pretty consistently. This is not what I'm paying for. Oh well, we'll keep going best we can. See how. Or it might have just got taken down. Maybe we got taken down for copyright. I can't even see that. Here, let me get this figured out. You guys aren't in a hurry, are you? Anyways, we were talking about the Isle of Wight. I mean, I wasn't born even then, so yeah, it looks like that might have just gotten taken right down. Let's see here. No, it's there. I don't know. I just want to put a title on this in case anybody finds it. Welcome in North Carolina, mic number 2. Just trying to get our act together as usual. Well, you get the point. That was Dad that sent me that link. I had seen that that free performance offered up by the YouTube algorithm. Offered up by the YouTube algorithm. I chose not to look at it until one of the loyal viewers recommended it, so let's see, I was my instincts about free, I think, are just confirmed. I'm not a free fan. There's nothing about them I like. Just so no more links to free, please. Music. Yeah, I don't even see it in my control panel here. Whatever. Are we still live? We're still live. Oh, there's a bunch of us. All right. Favorite Southern rock or rock strictly commercial by Frank Zappa. Yeah, I still have not had the time to get into Frank Zappa. Am I here? Hey, Justin. La Rata. Los Ratones. North Carolina. Okay. Oh yeah, the other thing I was going to do this week, I was making plans to just take an evening or an afternoon and sit in the room here and listen to albums, and just has not been time. So today I finally got around. This is mic number 1. I've been exploring my progginess, so I started going through some of my ELP. So I just had it playing while I was doing stuff to clean up around here. And yeah, I got a few more of those to work through. And haven't even had time to think about getting into Frank Zappa. So someday. But let's get back to what are we looking at here. So I think I'm done with Isle of Wight. We don't need to talk about that anymore. We're done with Free. Andy Edwards is entitled to his opinion, most certainly. But well, let's talk about Andy Edwards. You know, that video was a couple of weeks ago. 10 hardest rockinest bands. I'm not going to link to it. Just go on his channel, and so yeah, it came down to number 2, and he's like AC/DC. So I thought, oh, for sure, he's got to have Motorhead as number 1, because somehow he left Motorhead off the list altogether. But then this week I decided I'm going to listen to this as well. So I slapped this one on. Who's a Slade fan? Stand up and salute if you're a Slade fan. So yeah. Well, let's pursue this a little bit. Let's do this. Let's get you guys. Well, there's nothing really to watch, but compare this. Such a lie, and I won't give. Let's see what they really. You all know that song. But compared to this, like. Your feet. Marty says stamp them. Are you stamping your feet at home? Everybody stamp your feet. I said clap your hands. Stamp your feet the same time. Stamp and clap. Stamp and clap. Do it or Marty's gonna come get you. Rock. This is rock. So, I know Andy loves Slade. Steve's been very highly. He's a brummy. But somehow Slade got knocked off his list too. And hardest rock is really. So, right from the 70s, get on your seats. Keep on rocking. Keep on rocking. Keep on rocking. Keep on rocking. Bacon. Get down and get with it. Oh, get down and get with it. Get down, get with it. This is 1972. So it's a gooder. If you can find that one, or just check it out on YouTube. They got the whole dang playlist right here. And you're moving to Montana. I saw your comment before. You were saying, "Oh, my mug's in the way." You didn't even get to see the whole leprechaun. Here, let's do this. But I thought Quiet Riot was the big old thing. This is Kevin DeGrove before Kevin DeGrove. I want everybody to say that thing! Alright. So that's some hot stuff. I thoroughly enjoy that. Brains are falling out here. Stop. Get down and get with it. So yeah, then so I think the free hardest rockin' discussion is pretty much over now. I think I've said my final piece on that. But I make no guarantees. But then I guess, okay, Mike was sending me links. And I finally got around to them the other day. And it's some really obscure stuff. What was that? That Grateful Dead. Let's see, where are we here? Maybe I can just look it up right here. Where are you? Come on. Yeah, this one. Let's just go straight to this. Old and in the ways. I didn't get around to listening to the whole album, but I did some reading up on it. It looks pretty interesting. So, got some members of Grateful Dead. But it kind of sent me down this rabbit hole and came up with, or the algorithm took me down a rabbit hole, and I came across these guys, Government Mule. Have you guys ever heard of Government Mule? Anyways, you remember last week we were talking about prog country, the Dark Side of the Moonshine? Well, this is blues country rock from Government Mule, and these were members of the Allman Brothers band, and performing some Pink Floyd. They do most of Dark Side of the Moon. They call it Dark Side of the Mule. So we'll just give this a little listen to, but you can find this. I'll put the link for this one in here. government good, but I didn't pay a lot of attention to them. Good, straightforward blues rock performance of Darkside. I love it. Hours long. Yeah, this was a sample. It's just been taking me forever to find this link. So, where was I? No. Oh, that was last week. Oh, here we are. Okay, listen to this for a second. What did you call this? The Indian song? So, this is super mellow. I could listen to this, but I would have to be in the mood for that. I can't remember what we were listening to last week.
Running elk, his longtime Indian friend. He vowed that he would stay by Jack until the bitter end.
Oh, Commander Cody, yeah. I've been listening to some Commander Cody this week as well. So yeah, that kind of sent me down the rabbit hole.
Might have had a happy home and tender love and wife. But his hunger was for trading trappers for turquoise stone. Anything that the Indians had, Jack wanted for his own.
Put the link up for this song. You guys can check out the album. I have yet to check out the album.
Said Jack to running elk, I'll gamble on my precious stone before I leave my body here among these bleaching bones. For now my time is drawing near and I'm filled with dark regret. My spirit longs to journey as the sun begins to set. For we raped and killed, we stole your land, we ruled with guns and knives. Fed whiskey to your warriors while we stole away your wife. what's done is done. You white men rule this land. So lay the cards face up and play your last broken-hearted hand. Oh, the wind blows cold on the trail of the buffalo. Oh, the wind blows cold in the land of the Navajo.
How's that for sound?
In the land of the Navajo.
Does that make a difference?
When you're dealing cards with death, the joker's wild, the ace is high. Jack bit the Mississippi River, running elk raised him the sky. Jack saw him with the sun and moon and upped him with the stars. A running elk bit the Rocky Mountains, Jupiter and Mars. The sun was sinking in the west when Jack drew the ace of spades.
One volume?
Running elk just rolled his eyes, he smiled and passed away. Jack picked up his turquoise stones and cast them to the sky. He stared into the setting sun and made a mournful cry. Oh, the wind blows cold on the trail of the buffalo. In the land of the Navajo. In the land of the Navajo.
There we go. Okay, you guys will have to listen to that one on your own time. That's pretty funky, straightforward stuff. I can see myself listening to that. Like I say, I got to go back and explore the rest of that album. But here. Let's see if anybody knows this one, because this was the deep rabbit hole that I fell into. And I live for this kind of stuff, so check this out. This is the dark side. Or should I say the not so bright side?
Live for today, man. Gone tomorrow. That's me.
This is the opposite of bluegrass here. Video on Pink Floyd, and check the playlist there, mic number 2. We can go back and listen to it after mic number 1. All right. used to like Pink Floyd a lot, but not so much now. Pink Floyd has just been a steady fixture in my life for the last forever. But I'm enjoying finding all these bands doing their own renditions of Pink Floyd classics. I saw Pink Floyd in the 90s. I forget if it was during the Division Bell tour. It was okay. Without Roger, it wasn't Pink Floyd to me. So I know this is pretty obscure. No guesses as to what this is. Anybody ever heard of the Squirrels? Algorithm offered this on this one. Anyways, a novelty pop band from Seattle.
You are young and life is long. There is time to kill today.
I had a big smile listening to this.
Fine. 10 years have gone behind you. No one told you where to run. You missed the starting goal.
So it's goofy, but it's well done. I mean, I found another one this week. It had a lot of potential, but it was a real letdown. It was called The Doom Side of the Moon, like this doom metal band. It actually sounds like one musician that mixed all the parts together and recorded it in his home studio or on GarageBand or something. Like, it doesn't sound like a band. And it had potential, but it just kind of fell flat on its face. It wasn't. I'm not even going to link to that one. You guys can look it up. But if you guys have your favorite Dark Side of the Moon performances or renditions, I highly recommend the Squirrels one. Like, it's not just, a 10 from start to finish, but it's got its moments and just very innovative reggae renditions and the voiceovers and the effects. Like, they did a really good job putting this together. And yeah, so I gotta start looking into these guys. They've got quite an extensive career, or they've been around a long time, and a fair catalog. Let's see. So this is called the Not So Bright Side of the Moon from 2000. And this is Rob Morgan, kind of he's on the screen on the YouTube page for the album as well. I thought this was great, so they got I don't know how much is available on YouTube, but there's plenty of stuff out there. Live bootleg, yeah, that one's kind of highly rated. Primus does a whole set of where they just go through the Animals album from start to finish. It's very good, like very faithful to the original. You can find that one on YouTube. I'm not going to link to that. Let's just, where did we go with the Navajo song, the Indian song? Finish it off. Mic number one. Week and this rabbit hole I went down, I kind of occupied all my attention. Not that it's anything profound that I got going on here, but have not had time to explore a bunch of the new music. I've been trying to work through my albums. I think I listened to the one Joe Walsh album this week, and those other ones I pointed out to you, and a little bit of new stuff on YouTube. So the music insight that I can offer, I guess I could do live reaction videos, but I prefer to get into the music and provide something rather than just off the cuff. I don't know if I'm there yet as far as how comfortable I'd feel doing live reactions, but I like what Mike has been doing, sending me links, suggestions, and then I can respond to those. The other artists you had sent me, I listened to those. That was really, what do you call that? Was that bluegrass, country rock? Oh, right, country gospel. Larry Hosford. I don't have much to say about Hosford tonight, other than seemed pretty solid. Joe Walsh. Now, what did I listen to this week? I can't even remember. It's been such a hectic week. But yeah, this one always brings a smile to my face. It's just so, like, Naughty's singing is just so out there. Like, it's crazy. I don't know how he does that without hurting his voice. So Mike's telling everybody just to inundate me or spam me with music links. I'll look at them eventually. I may not get around to covering it in a live or in a video, but as far as expanding my musical horizons, yeah, I'm open to suggestions. But here, I got a fun one for you now. and it's not a musical link, but it's music related. But first, I'm gonna do something. Are we still live? Where are we here? Let's restream the Badger.
For some reason, by the Dabbler himself. And now keep this in mind. When the Dabbler said he dabbles, the reason we call him the Dabbler because he said, I only dabble in the First Amendment, but I can't make him take down his videos on YouTube. Well, now I'm charged for every single video that he said that I could leave up. So I'm just going to go to trial and say, well, the Dabbler said I could leave him up. How can I be charged? A judge gave me permission to keep him on my channel.
So this was
Why
Lee
would I be
Myers
charged?
permission from the
Wow.
judge.
But that's for another date and time trial.
Okay.
In front of the jury, humiliation time.
John
And
Felix.
so they think that in a jury trial, I think I'm gonna have a
Say
humiliation.
hi to Bow.
We're gonna have a roast. You know how they have those roasts where they make fun of somebody for like an hour?
Yes, sir.
This is gonna be 5 days. Of
Restreaming the restreamer
I
who's
look forward to
five,
it.
restreaming.
$50,000
Is John trolling them a little bit?
$50,000 a day, they said, for trial. They're gonna spend
Yeah, is John trolling them?
$250,000 for me to humiliate and roast these people on the internet.
So
And
you're
so back to
optimistic
where I was saying,
that
though.
so you're optimistic that at the end of all this you're gonna win.
Let's see if he does anything. All right. So what was I going to do next? Oh, yeah. Okay. This is a fun one. This is a fun one here. So, some of you may or may not know, I'm kind of into Alice Cooper. Homages, that's the word, Dad. Pink Floyd homages. Expanding our musical horizons and our vocabularies. I don't think I've ever used the word homages in conversation. May or may not know, yeah, he's like 80 years old. He looks great. So I saw an interview with Dennis Dunaway. They were talking about touring with the new album, The Revenge of Alice Cooper, that's coming up, and some shows they did together on Alice's last tour with the original members doing the encores. It sounded like a great time, but he made the point, it's like the more wrinkles and the older Alice gets, the more it adds to the character. Like, and this guy's been touring and performing in all these clubs, and it's amazing the thing he does. But I left a comment. It says, I'm an old fool that can move amps and wrap cables. Let me know. With a little smiley face there, or grinny face. So then today I get this. He send me a WhatsApp at this number. So I think I signed up for something here. So if you're going to see Alice Cooper on the road this summer, keep an eye out for old Uncle Brent. I might be a part-time roadie or something. That's hilarious. Mic number 2, you're dipping out? All right. Thanks for coming. We're not getting too much into politics, but where did I put Bow? Oh, here he is. No, I thought this was hilarious, so I'll send him a message back or hit him up on his WhatsApp. I thought that just made my day. is I did a video. I forget if I did a video or covered it in a live or something, but I was telling you about this synchronicity that happened with Alice Cooper. We have to go back and show that one, but man, I tell you, that'd be a dream come true if I were wrapping cables and moving amps for the original Alice Cooper band. That would just, or even if it was just Alice and his new band. But it sounds like there's potential for the Revenge of Alice Cooper to be a touring album. So we'll see. Stay tuned. And so where are we? Covered the squirrels. Go to this. So yeah, I don't have much more for tonight other than this idea of synchronicities, because I covered this a month ago. This synchronicity that happened with Alice, where it involved shooting stars, and on his homepage, it's my birthday, where he was doing a show in Paris with the original Alice Cooper band on the day I was born. And well, let's just go look it up just so you. Oh, maybe he took it down. There used to be like a featured video here. I guess they kind of rearranged this page. But on the video, or on this page, there was a video thumbnail of this concert. It was actually kind of an interview with some video clips of a show they did in some theater in Paris on November 2nd, 1971. And the last lyric on the video, it cuts out as they're doing Black Juju. And the line that the video cuts off on is the one that I used as my yearbook quote. Everything I'm living for is all that I am. Liking it and loving it is part of the plan. Or it's all in the plan. And then the video shuts off. And the song goes on after that. But I thought, whoa, on my birthday, this video was clipped. And like, it's special to me, it's relevant. And it just blew me away. And so then I went outside to go check on the animals or something, and there was a shooting star, like just as I walked out of the house. And I mean, there's shooting stars all the time, but it's like this big, brilliant shooting star. And then there was some other thing that was connected with that. I forget, but it was like all these synchronicities were happening at once. And the synchronicity this week had to do with the skull face here. So he had this GoFundMe, right? And so his goal was $6,500, and so I kind of made a pledge to myself, on such and such a day I'll help him out with a donation. So yesterday I made a donation that got him up to $6,500. So it's like 99% of the way there, and I kicked in. I don't know if I should have, but whatever. But there was this big thing in the chat today where the incident happened on the 22nd of April, so not quite a month ago. So there's the twos, and then on a Tuesday, but then the donations were 222. Somebody kicked in $25 in the last 2 hours, but it was 222, and everyone was making out how this was a big thing, and so all these twos were lining up, and so I was like, whoa. I'm like, I don't know, like, whatever. I figured I was gonna make this contribution to his legal fund, and so now we can do it. It's like, am I looking for the friendship sprinkles from the Badger? I don't know. Badger is his nickname, the Bad Badger, and the whole thing was kind of just neat, and so I love these synchronicities when they happen. Like you can't make them happen, right? So we'll have to do a whole show. I'm kind of ready to wind this down, just relax with listening to the Lady Boy bow here. They're still listening to Lee Myers. I'm not going to listen to that. We can go on for a few more minutes, play some more tunes here. Where were we? Alice. Yeah, looking forward to the new album. Bao can get his legal representation secured away. So, just something off his mind, I look at it as paying it forward. There may come a day when I need some help, so it's not like Bao owes me, but when you have a community of people around you, why not? What goes around comes around, right? You're off. Listen to Poco. All right. Well, we'll do the where are we here? The Larry Hosford another time. And I think we'll just leave it at that. It was mostly this Pink Floyd homage that was getting under my skin, and the weather. The weather sucks. So if you're in North Carolina and it's really hot, I mean, you have my sympathies. But I was I was not enjoying 96 degrees in May. Like that's a little off. Don't have air conditioning in the house, so we had the fans going. And I don't know if North Carolinians would enjoy what we got going here. I don't expect an accumulation of snow, but they're saying some flurries overnight. And I mean, we got cherry blossoms and apple blossoms on the trees, and they're all gonna get destroyed. So we'll see what kind of year it is for gardening. Like we haven't had winter, or we haven't had spring here, and I can't remember how long. Probably 4 years. What we get is winter, then fall, spring for a few days, then it goes back to winter, then we get summer, or fall, summer, then it goes back to winter, and then we have real summer. We don't have spring here anymore, so it's pretty wild. Climate change, no. Weather change, yes. The people in control of the weather need to get their act together. So let's put it that way. I don't know if it's generous. It's just I get value out of Bao. Like I've said this before, the belly laughs. My goodness. just for that alone, he's worth paying for his services as a. He's not even a content creator. He's just a YouTube leech that provides high entertainment value by laughing at other people in his Woody Woodpecker voice. So I think we'll call it a night. What are we at? It's after 9 o'clock. So I'll see if I can get back on the YouTubes sometime before the end of the weekend. The weekend is early. We'll see. Yeah, tomorrow's a cold day, so maybe I'll spend some time. If you guys send me links, send me links in the comments, and I can look them up and put together another live extravaganza. If you got Pink Floyd homages, I'm curious to see those. Like these are just a couple I came across this week. So that Government Mule, check that one out. There's probably hundreds out there. I mean, if I got to interview Roger Waters, I'd want to know, like, what do you make of these homages? You know, all these cover albums or performances of your classic albums, especially Dark Side. And are there any that he particularly likes? I would love to interview Roger Waters someday. He's just pick his brain all the stuff that he's put out over the years. But yeah, I'm interested to see what you guys have for me. Send it my way. And with that, enjoy the rest of your Friday. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you all again real soon. Now, how do I turn this thing off? Let's give this a try. Boop.